It isn't poor hygiene, it's chemistry. A quiet skin change after midlife creates an odd, grassy, almost dusty odor in many older adults. And it concentrates in one easy-to-miss spot that almost no one washes well. Tonight, we're going to name that odor, explain why it happens, and show you the simplest daily ritual to soften it without harsh products or embarrassment. You'll learn the exact place to wash, the right way to do it, how fabrics lock the scent in, and how to calm the chemistry at the source with gentle routines. The surprise? A 10-second wash behind the ears and along the nape of your neck outperforms fancy sprays. Small habit, big relief. Have you ever caught a faint musty smell on a pillowcase or shirt collar, even after you've showered, and wondered, where's that coming from? Think about the last week. When you leaned in to hug someone, did you notice a whisper of old books or stale leaves, even though you were clean? What would it feel like to solve it quietly and kindly, without scrubbing your skin raw or masking with heavy fragrance? Is there really a distinct aging odor? Yes, and no, it's not a character flaw. As we cross our 40s and beyond, a compound called 2-non-enol forms more easily on the skin. It's a byproduct of natural oxidation in skin oils. Researchers have described it as a grassy, greasy, slightly cardboard-like scent. The key is location. This compound clings to areas rich in oil glands and folds that trap sebum and sweat. That's why the most stubborn whiff so often lives where we forget to wash. The crease behind your ears and the strip of skin along the nape, just below the ear line. Those areas are tiny. They do big work, and they get skipped. Let's make this real. Picture the daily path of shampoo and shower water. It hits your scalp, runs over your ears, and rushes past your neck. The outside of your ears gets rinsed. The crease behind them, the little shelf where skin meets skull, often doesn't. Add warm days, hearing aids, or glasses that rest on that spot, and collars that rub skin oils into fabric, and you have the perfect "why is my pillow still musty" mystery. It's not neglect, it's design. Folds trap oil. Oil oxidizes. Odor lingers. Solve the fold. The real-world impact is more than a smell. When you're worried about odor, you hug differently. You pull back from people you love. Confidence shrinks. You might overcompensate with strong fragrances that irritate skin or overwhelm your own nose, which dulls your ability to notice when the routine is actually working. Your social world narrows. Mood follows. This isn't vanity, it's connection. We feel better when we feel fresh. Freshness builds ease. So here's the simple, respectful fix. Each day in the shower, or at the sink if a shower isn't in the plan, wash the crease behind each ear and the nape of your neck with warm water, a gentle, fragrance-free soap, and your fingertips or a soft washcloth. Don't scrub hard. Friction, not force, lifts the oily film that holds odor. Rinse well and pat dry. Then, if skin isn't sensitive, wipe the area with a small pass of a pH-balanced micellar water or a diluted apple cider vinegar rinse, 1 teaspoon in a cup of water, and dry again. Moisture invites microbes. Dryness discourages them. 10 seconds, done. Behind the ears is the spot. Here's a single sentence you can carry. Wash behind ears, wipe the nape, dry completely. Simple wins. Let me gently debunk 3 common myths. First, if I bathe daily, odor can't be from skin. It can, when folds are missed and oils oxidize. Second, stronger soap fixes it. Harsh cleansers strip and irritate, which can paradoxically increase odor by disrupting the skin barrier and microbiome. Choose gentle. Third, fragrance solves everything. It covers, it doesn't correct. Freshness comes from removing, not masking. honest care beats heavy perfume. Why this spot? It's a busy crossroads. Dense oil glands, hairline sweat, and constant friction from glasses, mask loops, hearing aids, and collars. According to dermatology guidance on seborrheic areas, the scalp, behind the ears, and the central face have some of the highest sebum activity. These areas naturally host more Malassezia yeast and bacteria. When oils sit, they break down and produce aromas that fabrics remember. Fabrics remember. Which brings us to fabric truth number 1. The scent often lives in your stuff as much as on your skin. 2-nonenal and other oily byproducts bind to pillowcases, hat brims, and shirt collars, where a normal, quick wash may not fully remove them. That's why you can smell not fresh, even after a good shower. The answer isn't more detergent, it's the right kind. Wash pillowcases and collars in warm to hot water using a detergent formulated to cut oils. Look for enzymatic or designed for grease. If you prefer natural tweaks, a small scoop of baking soda with your detergent or a splash of white vinegar in the rinse can help lift embedded oil residue. Air the pillow in sunlight when you can. Light helps. Change pillowcases more often than you think, every 2 to 3 sleeps if odor is stubborn. And if your favorite sweater still whispers musty, soak the collar area with a bit of detergent and water before washing. Oils bind. Pre-treat, then launder. Let me share a tiny story. Edwin, 76, tidy as a ship captain, kept catching a faint old books scent on his shirts. He tried new cologne, switched soaps, even bought a new washing machine. The fix took 1 week. Daily behind ear and nape wash, a quick wipe and dry after, and swapping pillowcases every other night with an enzymatic detergent. He texted his daughter, "Problem solved, no drama." He didn't change who he was. He changed 2 inches of skin and 2 squares of fabric. Small levers, big shifts. Here's your first week plan you can literally post by the mirror. Morning or evening. Warm water, gentle soap, fingertip clean behind each ear and along the nape. Rinse. Pat dry. Optional. Light wipe with micellar water, then dry again. Every couple of nights. Fresh pillowcase. Midweek, pre-treat and wash shirt collars and hat brims. End of week. Check how you feel before adding anything new. You're looking for quieter fabric and calmer skin. If you wear hearing aids, clean the parts that touch skin following your audiologist's instructions and wipe the ear loop area on your glasses. Oils collect where plastic rests. Clean the landing pads. A dual fact punch to lock it in. 2-nonenal is oily and clings to fabric. Folds trap oil and amplify odor. Wash the fold, wash the fabric. Done. If you're finding this helpful, consider subscribing. We explore calm, practical steps like this every week. Gentle habits that respect your body's wisdom. Here's the twist most people miss. Odd odor isn't always about the ear crease. There's a second easy-to-forget place that loves to surprise you, a tiny cave that collects sweat, dead skin, and oil, even in the cleanest people. Your belly button. The navel's shape creates still air, shade, and a perfect micro-pocket. Bacteria and yeast thrive there if you never wash it. Many clinicians recommend a simple, gentle clean in the shower, once or twice a week. Mild soap and water with the edge of a washcloth, or a cotton swab for innies, followed by thorough drying. If you notice discharge, redness, or pain, that's not normal aging odor. That's a sign to call your clinician. Most of the time, though, a quick navel clean and dry removes a hidden source of, "Why does my shirt still smell?" The navel is small. It matters. Let's widen the lens to the scalp and hairline because those areas feed the same scent story. The crown of the head, the back of the scalp, and the skin just under the hairline produce more oil. If you notice a persistent rancid or sour smell, especially with flaking, Consider a rotation that includes a gentle anti-dandruff shampoo twice a week, zinc pyrithione or ketoconazole if a clinician suggests it, and thorough rinsing. Don't forget to rinse the hairline and nape well. Shampoo lingers in the folds and can irritate skin, which worsens odor. Keep hair accessories, hat brims, and scarf edges clean. They collect oils. Small wash, big change. Another overlooked factor: timing. If evening is when you finally have energy, you might shower late, then go to bed with damp hair or slightly damp behind ear folds. Micro-wetness in warm folds is a buffet for microbes. Try to finish showers earlier in the evening and dry those specific spots with care: behind ears, nape, and navel. A few seconds with a soft towel makes a difference. Dryness is protection. And because we're here to be thorough and kind, let's address sensitive skin. If your skin gets red or itchy easily, skip vinegar and choose only fragrance-free gentle cleansers. Apply a pea-sized amount of a light, non-comedogenic moisturizer to the nape afterward to keep skin calm. Calm skin smells less. If flakes gather behind the ears or on the scalp with itch, that could be seborrheic dermatitis. Many people find relief using a medicated shampoo on the scalp and carefully letting the lather sit on the behind-ear skin for a minute before rinsing once or twice a week. If in doubt, ask a clinician for the best plan for your skin. Comfortable is the goal. Comfort smells clean. Now, fabrics again, because the chemistry loves cotton. Oil-heavy molecules embed in fibers and resist a standard cool wash. Raise the water temperature when the fabric allows. Warm to hot water helps. Pre-treat collars, pillowcases, hat bands, and scarf lines with a dab of detergent worked into the fabric before washing. If you prefer scent-free living, choose a fragrance-free enzymatic detergent. Enzymes digest oils without heavy perfumes. Air dry in sun when weather allows. Ultraviolet light helps neutralize stubborn odors. And don't underestimate fresh air. Open windows, air out closets, and rotate the pillow to let it breathe between washes. Stale air exaggerates the scent. Air resets rooms. Here's a compact checklist that fits on a sticky note. Wash behind ears and nape daily. Dry well. Clean the navel weekly. Shampoo scalp and hairline thoroughly. Wipe glasses and hearing aid contact points. Fresh pillowcase every 2 to 3 nights. Pre-treat collars. Use an oil-cutting detergent. Air the room. That's your whole system. Light, repeatable, respectful. One more story, because stories stick. A gentle woman named Aria, 81, told me she stopped sitting close to friends at book club because she worried about that smell. She wore lovely perfume and kept a spotless home. Her fix? She added a 15-second behind-ear and nape wash in the sink after breakfast, dried her nape with a corner of the towel, and started swapping pillowcases twice a week. She also placed a tiny reminder on her glasses case: wipe the rests. In 2 weeks, worry faded. In a month, she looked forward to hugs again. She didn't buy a single new product. She bought herself back. Let's name a few quiet amplifiers that support the chemistry from the inside out. First, hydration earlier in the day helps your body process byproducts gently. Front-load fluids before afternoon and taper at night. Second, whole foods with natural antioxidants, greens, colorful vegetables, nuts, support skin's own defense against oxidation. You don't need a detox. You need dinner that loves your skin. Third, steady movement improves circulation to the skin, which helps oils move and shed in healthier rhythms. A short walk after meals does more than trim sugar spikes. It cleans the canvas. Your skin is alive. Treat it like a living organ. A powerful debunk to carry. I must be dirty if I notice this. No. The presence of aging-related odor components is independent of how clean you are. That's why nice, clean people notice it. Shame is wasted energy. Use that energy on small, effective steps. kindness works better. Quick safety notes, because wisdom makes habits stick. If you notice sudden changes in body odor along with other symptoms, fever, burning, discharge from the ear or navel, a sweet or ammonia-like scent to breathe or sweat, check in with a clinician. Some odors signal infections or metabolic issues that deserve care. Likewise, if skin behind your ears gets red, painful, or weepy, that's not just age. That's a sign to get specific treatment. Gentle daily care and timely medical care are partners, not rivals. Before we turn the corner, tuck this line in your pocket. It's not dirt, it's oxidation. Aim for removal, not disguise. If you're finding this helpful, consider subscribing. We explore topics like this every week. Calm, practical steps to help you live comfortably in your own skin. Let's deepen the playbook with small upgrades that feel good and keep working. Consider a weekly collar soak. Dissolve a teaspoon of detergent in a bowl of warm water and soak the collar and nape area of shirts for 20 minutes before laundering. Add a pillowcase to the soak if it's been especially warm. This loosens the oil lock that standard cycles miss. If you prefer scent, think whispers, not shouts. Light, non-irritating sprays on fabric, not skin. Skin has a job. Don't make it fight perfume every day. For those who wear jewelry or hearing aids, create a Friday habit. Wipe earring backs, hearing aid hooks, and glasses ear rests with the recommended cleaner. Tiny surfaces, big impact. And for hair care, avoid heavy leave-in oils around the hairline if odor is an issue. Choose lighter products and keep them off the nape. Oils migrate. Be strategic. Now an intriguing future-leaning note for the curious. Scientists are developing simple sniffer sensors to measure tiny amounts of tuna-noninol in the air. Why should you care? Because understanding your personal pattern can help tailor routines, like when you wash pillowcases or rotate shampoos, without guesswork. You don't need a gadget to succeed. The point is, this is a real biology story with real tools, not folklore. You're not imagining it. You're working with it. What about soaps promising miracles? Be skeptical, but open. Some cleansers are formulated to target oily byproducts more effectively. If you try one, patch test first and choose gentle over harsh. A product should never sting or leave you tight, red, or itchy. If it does, stop. Remember, friction and frequency usually beat formulas. You're trying to lift a film, not strip a wall. Soft cloths, gentle circles, consistent drying. That's the secret. Let's write your tiny daily script so you don't have to think at the sink. After brushing your teeth, run warm water over a corner of your washcloth. Add a pea-sized dot of gentle soap. Reach behind your right ear. Wipe the crease and the inch below it along the neck with 2 slow circles. Repeat behind the left ear. Swipe the nape line across the collar area. Rinse the cloth corner, wipe away soap, then pat dry with the towel. If you're heading to bed, take 10 seconds to swap the pillowcase if it's second sleep. If it's first sleep, fluff and air it. That is the entire habit. 2 inches, 10 seconds. Daily calm. Short lines to keep by the mirror. Behind ears, every day. Nape, then dry. Pillow, every 2 sleeps. Pre-treat collars. Gentle beats harsh. Whispered truths stick. Let's stitch in breath, because everything is easier when you're not bracing. If worry about odor makes you tense, your shoulders creep up, your jaw tightens, and your breathing goes shallow. Tension makes routines feel heavier than they are. Try a 3-breath reset before you wash. Breathe in for 4, out for 6, 3 times. Longer exhales soothe the nervous system. Calm hands are kinder hands. Kind hands care better for skin. It all connects. One last story as we close this chapter. Nico, 79, a choir tenor with a wry grin, noticed friends leaning back a little during rehearsals. He felt mortified. He nearly quit. Instead, he treated his body like a partner. Daily behind ear and nape clean and dry. A weekly collar soak, pillowcase swaps, and lighter hair products. He added a tiny gratitude line after each wash. Thank you, skin, for working so hard. In 4 weeks, singing close felt easy again. He said, I thought this was about smell. It was about staying close to people. That's the heart of it. Freshness is about closeness. Let's gather everything into one gentle, living plan you can feel tomorrow morning. Name the spot, behind the ears and along the nape. Wash and dry it daily with a mild soap and soft cloth. Clean the navel weekly. Rinse the hairline thoroughly and use medicated shampoo if flaking or odor persists, and your clinician recommends it. Wipe glasses rests and hearing aid contact points. Swap pillowcases every 2 to 3 sleeps and pre-treat shirt collars with an oil-cutting detergent. Air rooms and fabrics. Keep products gentle and patch test anything new. Support the chemistry from the inside out with earlier hydration, colorful plants on the plate, and a small daily walk. Watch for red flags and ask for help early. That's the whole play. You are not dirty, you are human. Your skin changes with time. The solution isn't shame. It's tiny, respectful steps repeated with kindness. Freshness is a practice. If this helped you, you'll love our video on memory improvement after 50, the calm, brain-friendly habits that help you sleep better and think more clearly. Better sleep makes skin happier too. They fit together. Not professional advice. Consult a qualified expert as needed. Always consult a qualified expert. And always do what feels right for you.